How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Sitting on a park bench, August 8th, 2008, holding on to two juice bottles. Hold on, did I put something on my face? I didn't do this on purpose. I did not do this on purpose. I had no idea this was coming out this way. This is white or silver or whatever it is. Oh, it is a mask. Or maybe it's good. Maybe I should come out. Maybe I'm like, hey, we're coming out of the silver stream. I'm just one of the sprites. I'm going to be hosting the channel tonight. Mr. Tackpans is busy with the dogs. The avatars get a little confused between now and then. I usually have hair, but tonight they told me to remove it, so I retracted my hair. In French, the H is silent. So if a French person says, "Where's my air?" I go, "Well, are you breathing?" That's what my answer would be. What would you say to them? Can you come off and say, like, I'm not mad at them, but am I joking with them? I just go like, I got no air. I go, what do you mean you got no air? And they're like going, yeah, I got no air. Because they don't pronounce the H. So now, is there an argument that's going to come out of this? Two humans, imagine two humans, right? It's sometimes very hard. Communication is very hard. So it's like, look, you see, I can go this way and I can go this way, right? That's where the 6 comes in. Does anybody know anything about this? Has anybody ever been here before? I find it sometimes a little silly when I show up and I watch other channels, things I like, things to do with eating habits and foods and stuff. Because I think that's very primary. And I know before I even go to watch anything, before I ever go to watch anything on any media, I'm already saying, okay, is it scripted? Are they here for the argument? What is the basis of the host, right? What is the host trying to do? Who is this host? And secondly, is it an NPC? It's an NPC. Can it be just like an AI besides the NPC like we are? I think that's the way they call it. And NP is the P part brings on 3 gates. Okay, 1-6 is the creation of all. You know what's funny about 1? Just really cool. And also, I'm not sure if it's UN, right, or DEUX, or 2, 58, 24, 34, 44, 45, 50, 54, and 1 is 34. 6 is 52. Earth, 7. We have 13, which is 99, and it becomes sky space. And it's also called what is a teen space. Okay, I'm not sure exactly how they divided the area in half between ET and EN. And then the EE came together. When the EE comes together, it's more or less like an RR coming together or an I coming together. You can't put EE is 10, right? But you can put AI, right? Coming together, 1 and 9 equals to 10. You can put a 2 and 8 equals to 10. I don't like this. I have to take whatever this is, has to come off. Okay, that's good. Whew. How's everybody doing tonight? Do you follow what I'm saying with this? Do I have to turn my camera around? And please try to keep me in line with nobody up here, right? I might forget what I'm going to say by the explanation as I carry on. You know what I feel about my narration? It's like I see the stuff, I tell the story, and then when I go to explain the story, the railroad track that I was on, it disappeared. I'm like going, okay, what did I just talk about? Where was I going? So if I had a panel, somebody come on and go, This is where you were. I go, okay, get everybody back on the train. We're moving a little bit further. Somebody said something yesterday, and what they said is America. America is where it is. In fact, um, if they were growing area space, right? And until they had that area space in order to incorporate the machine, it wasn't ready until XX age. And that's when they went across wherever to capture the Americas once they encapsulated it inside their merry-go-round. Let's call it that way, right? Inside the merry-go-round. When did this happen? Merry-go-round. You know what I'm saying? Mary who? Mary from Jesus? If I say a word, just don't like, I'll just stop in the middle of something and one person will go this way, the other person will go that way. Some people will say the same thing. If I'm saying Mary, is it Merry? Is it MARRAM? Right? What is that? The random access memory? Because that's what this is about. It's all about categorizing everything, right down to the mechanics of every single one and all the things that can move the broken parts, right? When you're talking about broken machinery, this is the way you have to gauge how often will a the controlled hands of one, how can you control the hands of one before, like, how can I say this? Machinery breaks down. Machinery takes labor. What is the labor? The one that repairs the machinery, the one that makes the parts for the machine to work. So we need all this to make the machine work. What happens if everybody says, you know what? I see what's going on. I am no longer a laborer. Okay. So if somebody says I'm a male, okay, and I'm in labor, you're darn right you're in labor. And you know what a darn is? It's just a sliver of both sides of the salmon. Solomon. What I see? Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mr. Dog. Sorry, Mr. Aussie. Do you like that name? What was I saying there? Yes, so it was the salmon. SAL, salmon, or mon, or man. Hold on a second. Somebody has to remind me where I was. Just give me a second. Wow. I fooled around with that. My eyes opened up. I looked out. I was joking around. And so we got a salmon. Okay. Okay. We can leave it for after. I'll just remember where I am in the video, right? I'm just going to remember in the first 30 minutes, right? Maybe I should change the screen in the back. Are you looking at me? I think they're looking at me. He's looking at me right here. You looking at me? Don't look at me. Do, 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 do. How's everybody doing? Okay, I'll try and remember. I'll try and remember. Let me see who's here. Let me see who's here. Okay, so I don't even know what story I was talking about. I'm just going to have to look back into my mind. Yes, I was talking about merry-go-round. Okay, merry-go-round. I have to talk about Mary. Then I went to the ram. So now I have to go to Aries. In French, it's not Aries, it's Bélier. And the thing, I mean, the end of Bélier, it says be liar. B-E and then L-I-E-R. I before E except after C, but in this one, it's not true. I before E except after C. But the letter L is a C. So in this case, the I gets to the L when the L comes out as a C, which is the second level, which is the in between, right? The 12. The reason it's an in between because it's a 1-2 TH, unlike the 2-2 ND or the 2 ND. What am I talking about? When you're second, when you're 22nd, when you're 12th, it's not the same. And I like to say this 12, the first 12, was a 9 and 3/12. Was a 9 and 3/12, right? Because the lesser number is only 11. So just give me a second. So we have a 9 and 3/12. So our first 12, let me take the background off. It's just a little bit easier. 9 and 3/12. So we have two mutable signs. We have an air sign. We come over to Sagittarius. It's a fire sign. So we have air and fire that comes together. I don't have a pen. Oh, please. Oh, my God. I'm such a sad case. A guy that needs the pen. I need the pen. I need the pen. Where's the pen? Help me. Oh, look what I got in my pocket. Yay. I see when it comes out of my head and I share it with everybody, we don't need a patent. We are the patent once we all know. You know what I say? Once we know what, once you can concrete see the system, okay, and all the schematics in front of you down to the alphabet. Just like you say, well, how do they do that in Asia and write those? It's the same thing. It's like, but so much easier. Well, because maybe I know a little bit of my own mind. I mean, okay, so just give me a second. Okay. There's no pen here. There's no pen here. There's no pen here. I have to go. Oh, I found it. I found it. Oh, I'm the founding father. I found the pen. There you go. Okay, so where were we? Let me go back. Wow, there's just so much on board. Boop. Okay, so we had 9 and 3. Okay, I'm going to switch the page. I'm going to switch the page, all right? Just to let you know, this is A, B, C, D. This is A, B, C, D. This is A. Did I bring that white out with me? No, I did not. A, B, C, D. Okay. A, B, C, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, A, B, C. Should I put A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Okay. I was just going around the rim of this before I go into this. I'm going to flip this over. Is anybody here for the first time? So I'm not going to go on right now. I'm going to continue with the 9-3. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain the next phase of it as well. I have no recipe to explain anything that I do. And oh my God, I can't believe it. I just made this whole counter dirty. I just spilled the whole thing on the counter. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, just give me a minute. I always do that. Wow. Look, from a cherry. It's like there's cherry all over here. Oh my God. Hold on a second. This is just terrible. Just give me 1 second over here. This is really crazy. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So, for those of you who are here for the first time, what do? Guess what? I'd have to go to the mirror and ask myself what I do. It's just really dirty over here. So what I do is how this all began, what I do. Oh, make a long story short, 20 years later, at the beginning it was just, you go to school and draw a straight line and you make a bubble and then you make another bubble and then you draw the letter I and you made it bubble on the top and bubble on the bottom. And oh, I don't have Mr. I with me, so maybe I'll just show you the basis of this. Okay, so what it is I just like to go 1, 2. See, I'm not going to do 3, right? I'm not going to do this because then I'd end up with this. So I'm not. I can do this, right? I can do this and end up with this. But when I create the A letter, right over here, that's incomplete. So I must go for my first level of A. I must go here. Therefore, if I'm going to create the I, I'm going to create the I like this. Then this is one side. This is the other side, right? And then I put a top over it. Each one has its own I, right? Has its own I. And this is the split pyramid. How should I do that? This is Mr. I. We're just on the cross, and we can, if we want, we can go up a little bit higher with this, right? So when we do this again, I'm going to do this one more time, right? I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to go 4 across. If I went 3 across, right, I would have a core line, right, that would have to run like this. I can't just run a line in between because that's a guess. I can run a line like this, which is the 45. I can run one like this, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to go over here because this and this is the full extension. Okay, this and this is the full extension. What I'm saying is that we have 1, 2, 3, then we have 4, 5, 6, then we have 7, 8, 9. Once we get back to what is 10, 11, 12, okay, is going to be what is 1, 2, 3. So we have 1 and 3, the beginning and the end of the first cycle, right? But it doesn't end here. According to the cube, okay, according to the game is one thing. According to the cube is something else. So this is the first 12 numbers. And you're going to have 3 series of 12 numbers in order to reflect on the entire board. What that means is, just give me a second. Ba, 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 ba. Choo, 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 boom, boom, choo, choo, choo. Wow. I've got to go fishing for the numbers. Yeah, I can be serious if you want, but when I'm just serious, it's just like the vibration is not the same. So just give me a second here. Oh, wow. How come I can't find it? This is like, wow. Just give me a sec. Whoop. Okay, I have one of them so far. Hold on. Hang on. Whoop. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to have to do this one also. I found one piece if I don't find the other. Okay. Oh no, I'm going to use this. Wow. It's too big. First of all, the connection of this creates what looks like the Aries. Okay. The outside extension, the V that you see. Okay. And what you see is the red dots. What's actually happening here on the top left? Let me see if the camera's here. Hold on a second. Okay, so over here where the Y is, right? This number over here is 34. This number over here, oh no, yeah, this is 34. This is 31. 31, 3 and 1 is 4. That's why it's got the black coloring. This one over here and this one over here is 36, 34, 32, 30. Once you move down from 30 over here, it's 27. So I'm just trying to look at 27, 24, 23 is over here in the crossing. Every single square okay, is going to be a denominator that's going to add up to 5. That's where the 2, 4, 6, 8 encompasses the 5 area. Here, this element over here, the octagon here, okay, that is going to connect the first 36 with the second 36. Where this comes from and why it stops on 36, just give me a second. I want to show you why I believe it stops on 36. First off, we run at 360 degrees. That's one of the first things that we're working with. We need 36 inches to get 1 yard, so we're working with the same thing again. 36 is a yardstick. It takes 1 between 2 in order to create 3. So here is the way it's designed. This is what 36, 36, or 144,000. If you want to count something as whole, count it as 10 or 100. Do you follow what I'm saying? Count it as 10. First of all, just to let you know that when it comes to numbers, the number 1, the number 2, as 1 and 2 is 3. 3 is a corridor to 4, right? And 4 and 3 equals to 7. The heart of 7 is 3.5 point. Think of the point. Remember that Mars is part of the point system. A point system will create a window. It'll separate an area space completely and will not occupy the space, but pass along the sides of the space, possibly creating a square, but it's not a deadline. So when not, if you want, we're going to go to this one over here. If you go all the way to the top, the X, that's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. See the way the 5X in the center, right? The one, it separates everything. Here, when it creates the X, it shows you it's creating it between connections of what is 4 and what is 8, with the line of 5 and, with the line of 5 and 7 coming together. The fire sign with an air sign. The 3 air signs run together in red, and the 3 fire signs come together in red, and then you jump through the fire through an air sign over here at Gemini, which is a mutable sign, to the fire sign, which is a fixed sign, down to a cardinal sign over here. So when we get over here, we see an X, we get a Y. You see this over here? This line duplicates this. This Y duplicates the Y down here. This X duplicates this. So now we've duplicated everything. When you look at line number 1, what you do not see or perhaps do not realize is that everything that is a fixed sign is what is in between the beginning and the end, 1 and 3 or 1 and 6, whichever one you choose. The house has been doubled up. So let me see if I can explain this better. Just give me a second. I have to think about it. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do it this way. When you pick up a dice cube, right? When you pick up a dice cube, there's 21 dots on the dice cube. 21 dots. There are 6 sides. There's 9 areas, okay, per side, equaling to a total of 9 times 6 equals to 54. Because there are 21 dots that we can see, then therefore there are 33 to the void. The cube itself is a 3 cube, is 3 by 3 by 3 is 27. A face of 3 to the power of 2 of 9. There's a 27 area space, but what it is 26 plus the unity. The unity bar, okay, the unity bar is what holds what is 6. It's 1 equals 0 in this instance, plus 6 plus 8 plus 12, equaling to what is 26 and 1. And the reason I say the 0, right, is because the 0 area extends itself and occupies 6 area spaces on the face of the cube. in which 3 of the area spaces that it occupies are void. The void that occupies the area space is when the void comes for the void 6. And then what we have is the void 4. And then we have the void 2. 2, 4, 6 are to the void of a face. When you have 2, 4, 6 void to the face, you have on the other side 1, 3, and 5. 1 and 3 and 5 dot. We're going to talk about that, so remind me. All right, just remind me. The first letter, yes, it's an A. The third letter is an E, and the fifth letter, check that out. First, third, and fifth letter, ace. This one is going to be B, D, and F. So I'm going to go 2 times 4 is, let me see, 2, 4, 6. Is that what I said? 2 times 4 is 8, times 6 is 48. 48 plus 12 equals to 60. It also equates to itself. 4 and 8 is 12, 12, 12. It becomes 33 into this equation. This one becomes 15 and 9, 24. So I'm gonna see how come I did it this way and how come. All right. So the addition is 8 plus 1, and the multiplication is 15. So it's going to be 9 and 15. That gives me the extension of the pool balls between 9 and 15. It also, 1, 3, and 5, the alphabet, the heart of the alphabet is at 3.5. The trinity of the cube, okay, is 135. It's 3 times 45 to equal to 135. What is left over from 135? 135 and 225, okay, which equates to 9 times 25. Or what is, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or what is 5 times 45? So I have to look at the 5 times 45 is here, and I didn't bring any of my, my colored pencils so I can, check it out. So let me see this. 5 by 45 is this one. 3 by 45 is this one. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. When you have a 5 and a 3, what happens? Should I tell you more about this board? Do you have any questions about this board? Oh, yes. If you'd like to help, listen, I'm going to do a shout out to myself. You want to help to support the channel, right? I mean, I can't tell everybody to go out and get me these books, but this is the books I use. I don't have my pens with me. I like to use, today I like these. I usually like the 1.6 or the 1.4 Atlantis. Very hard to find. And whatever else it is, it's not for just for today. It's every single day. I've been on this for 20 years. Cuckoo or not, I've heard it all. I don't care. The only thing I do care about that when I hear it, I want to know if what I'm doing is coherent. That's all I want to know. If it's coherent, I'm fine with it. The way I deliver it, perhaps it's not what you see, but I'm still an amateur after 20 years. So let me take a look. I need to just give me 1 second. Yeah, so you can take a look at this. Does anybody understand what's going on here? Yeah. So I took the dogs for a walk, and there were a lot of other dogs, but they were different today. We bumped into this really, really tiny red dog with black, a really, really tiny, sitting with 4 kids. And the white dog, Denver, sat down and just didn't say a word and was just amazed. I don't know if he was amazed with the but the big hairdo the kids had, or the little teeny weeny dog, they were just sitting there. It was like just amazing. This design, right? This design, you can find it right now. In this design, it tells you, okay, about many, how can I say this? If I had George Noory in the room or somebody else, if they want to speak, come and talk to me. Let's talk. But I have to be in my zone. I have to see. I don't want to talk about the basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to go deeper. So I'm going to just flip this upside down right now. Get that off. Okay, or no, just before I flip it upside down, I'm just going to show you that where you see the cubes, right? That's the heart of 360 degrees, right? I do the alphabet shift. When I do the alphabet shift, okay, inside the cube that you see, let's see if I can point it inside this cube here, right? Inside that cube there, with the normal alphabet, it's going to be P, Q, R, S, T, U. Now, when you do PQR, what's happening with P, and that's today, you can call it parking, you can call it the three gates, okay? This is the Earth gate. Inside what runs in rotation of this planet, 7 months of 31 days is the balance, right? So imagine if you divide, you have to divide it, right? We're going to divide it. Check it out. I'm going to do that after. Um, 7 times 31. Do you know that the big number, hold on a second, 371, there's been a big number. Oh, yes, 231 is a number. So this equals to 217. So 217 divided by 336 divided by 336 divided by 364. 217 divided by 364. Okay, 364 divided by 217. Okay, it's not showing me anything right now, so I'm just going to block it out. What it does show me is that 21 is for the cube, or it's 2.17, equating to something to do with an air passes through the ring of fire. The reason for that is 2 and 1 equals to 3. 7 is 7 itself. 3 and 7 are both air signs, right? So what happens, right, is the thing is, who said it's an air sign? Who's the person who said it's an air sign? I'm gonna have to look that up, right? Hold on a second. Let me look this up. 2122. Who's the one who said Gemini and Libra and Capricorn were air signs? Or sorry, Aquarius. Who was the first one to name the air signs or the element signs of Earth and stuff? The zodiac. Okay, so we're at 66 in my phone right now. Just give it a minute here. Babylonians dividing the sky into 12 sections. The Greeks are primarily responsible for the system we use today. Here's a more detailed explanation. Babylonian influence. The Babylonians were the first to divide the sky into 212 sections. Divide the sky into 212 sections. The Babylonians were the first to divide the sky into 12 sections. Okay, wow. I read into 212 sections. Wow, now I'm going to have to think about that, because in reality, 12 is only 1/3 of something. So therefore, there are 24 voided something voided. But I just want to say one thing, that when you're counting the house, this house, everything points not to 360 degrees. You know what everything points to? Okay. It points to 540 degrees. That's what it points to. Now, I'm not sure if that's lost to the core. I don't know how it works, but I do know like 1,000% that if you count to the nines, 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, and 9, but I'm missing the 45. I'm missing the 54. 9 by 6 is 54. I can only show 5 sides. So that'll be 45. So it'll be 450. I guess the 9 or 90 would be my association to this planet. But then because of the duplication or the triplication, it gets reduced down to what is 360 degrees. The male is noted to be 63. The female is 54. That equals to 117. If I go 36 and 45, that equals to 81 Venus. Venus square, where one goes between 8. You see the 9 areas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 5 area is one area between 8 other areas, creating what is 1 and 1/8. Right? Can we do that? 8 divided by, let me see that. 8 divided by 9 equals 8. 8 divided by 9. 8 divided by 9. No. 8 to 1. 1 divided by 8. 1 divided by 8. 1 divided by 8 equals 0.125. Okay, that's good. There's 1.25 days left over after the 13th moon. 5 times 5 times 5 equals 1.25. 8 times 8 times 8, or what is 14 by 14, 256 times 2, 512. 51 Mars, 52 Earth. 1 and 2 is reverse cube, is the power gates, igniting the cube, and 11, that 7 and 8, 7 and 8 right here, ignite 11 over here, what is also a gateway or a passage between them. There's a 3 and a 4 right here. Does anybody see it? Oh, I don't know why I'm holding this. Does anybody see the 3 and the 4 here? Let me reinitiate for those who've never been here before. When you see 6 numbers, there's always 9 per face. So 6 is missing 3, 5 is missing 4. 3 and 4 run the same corridor, male and female. The bat mitzvah and the bar mitzvah come together. Here's 11, here is 3. This is where the association of the game of pool comes in. The upper house matching the lower house. There's going to be mathematics in here that they're going to equate perfectly, except without using these equations, right? You can never find this anywhere. It doesn't exist. It exists only because it is the mirror of which does exist. And if you don't mirror it, you cannot know it. It is part of the void. So now we're going to go on a 2 or 3 minute break. I don't know why we're not 1,000 people here, or 10,000, or 20,000 people here. We should be 100,000 people here. We shouldn't be 3 people here. No matter how my delivery is, my words are strong. I speak not on for myself. I'm going to take a little break, but I'm going to put on a little song because I like this song. Because I like this song. Sitting on a park bench, dude.
I9C3 equals to 12. Put them together creates the letter D.
9 and 4, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. Okay, so I'm just going to take off the back screen. Yes, so, oh, I like that song. Okay, this is it. It's gonna take like 2-3 minutes, all right? Ronald Fremeth, widely recognized by his alias, Emmertech Pans is a mysterious and enigmatic figure whose talents span multiple disciplines, known for his uncanny ability to decipher the hidden connections between numbers, symbols, and the cosmos. He operates at the crossroads of mysticism, numerology, and technological innovation. His forte lies in uncovering the unseen patterns that govern the universe, creating a fusion of art, science, and spirituality that captivates those who encounter his work. Is not just a name, it's a philosophy, a persona that symbolizes mastery over patterns and systems. He sees the world as a roulette wheel of infinite possibilities, where each number, letter, and celestial alignment carries meaning, waiting to. Can you do a video? This in a spatial 5D with alphabet and equations floating. I decrypt. I decrypt. I create stories from history, words, games, language. Yeah, I'm going to try to look for one more because I just want to, take 2 more minutes here. I'm going to bring up perhaps if you want to bring up some stuff, you want to ask some questions. I mean, even going as deep as, this, Brother John is sleeping, right? But when you look at this, it's the gold within the corn, the thing that pops. M is valued at 1,000. See the MAR inside of this? The Ram, the Aries for Mars. Suvu Yu over here, the one who was sent in the word. This is French. So I'm just going to look for where that other song is. Just give me a second. And I don't like to, I always feel like there's no obligation. Okay, let's do this one just for fun. Here's a rough draft of your song, blending your thoughts into a rhythmic and lyrical form. What do I want to know? Tick tock, the clock never stops. Telling me to send hearts, telling me to drop, telling me to share, telling me to sign. Every word checked like the name in my mind. Was it like this 80 years ago? New words, new rules, what do we really know? History whispers, but does it repeat? Or are we just numbers marching to the beat? What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a system so grand? Or architects shaping the lay of the land? 3 by 3 time turns in its dance. The zodiac shifts, is it fate or just chance? The chicken lays eggs, the cycle repeats. Numbers and patterns beneath all our feet. Am I old or just wide awake? Are my thoughts too deep or is this all fake? I've heard stories, I've seen the signs. But tell me, have you opened your mind? What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a system so grand? Or
Architects shaping the lay of the land. Hi, I'm Mr. Topaz, here to explore anomalies, questions, and so much more. So tell me now what's on your mind. Let's write the song of the undefined. Now, for the visual representation, I'll generate an image reflecting these themes, questions, anomalies, time, control, and cycles. Stay tuned.
Okay, what's doing with everybody? Okay, this is what I want to talk about right now for this next 2 minutes. We're going to go on to the number 12 after. Somebody asked me, hold on a second. Just give me a second. 764.
You will feel at home in only 3.
Okay, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to be bothered. Don't talk. Don't die. I don't want to look. Nothing. Don't show me. I want to see. Just skip that. Don't want to hear anything. There's only certain notes, certain tunes. I don't like the same tune every single day. Today I like one thing. Tomorrow I like something else. Don't touch me today. Tomorrow you can touch me. Why am I saying this right now? Because that was the thought that came to my mind right now. Why am I here? Okay. This is my thing when I'm in a trend of thought. Okay. I don't want to be let off. I'm not here. I'm not here as who I am. I am who I am. Although I am who I am following a destiny. That destiny, okay, is I had it forever, just all my life. The God. And as they're saying the God, what am I seeing? Destruction. Taking and promise and promise and promise and broken promise and broken promise and broken. And because of this and because of this and because of this. And I'm saying to myself, there's 600 companies in my area. 3 went bankrupt last year. And every single year there's between 3 and 6 going bankrupt. And you hear the same story over and over again. The administration. But the people. And when you go to ChatGPT, I asked ChatGPT about somebody that hasn't even done something yet. But I told him about the past. And it came to the future, and it was last week. And ChatGPT had it bang on. Why? Because of the 14 or 16 personality disorders. Why 16? 4 by 4 cubic is 16, right? You run the cycle of the bases. You throw the balls, you get 4 balls, someone goes on base. Another 4 balls, someone goes on base, someone's on second. 1 and 2 is 3, you're at the plate. Right, you're at the plate. So I just want to put plate, PLATE. So there's a filtration going on. You know how I know? Because you have the pitcher and the catcher, and the pitcher could be water. Now I don't know why they're on the mound. And on the mound you got like this it's got like this whole big brick. I don't know what you call it. And you got the rosin, right? You got the rosin bag. Right. Something about Frank. I got to write Frank inside of this. I don't know what it is in baseball. You got filtration, filtrate, 8. Fist in French is male. Male is blue. Male is Democrat. Left, it's dog. It connects to the Mars system. It switches between Earth and Mars system. Just give me a second. Yes, inside a plate is the word 8, but what really gets to me and has been bugging me for the longest time is P16 and L12 equaling to 28, which is a 7 and a 3, and those are 2 air signs, right? But it keeps telling me about purple, but it's really not purple, but it is. The L letter or the 12th letter, which is obviously it's in the 3rd house. It's 9 and 3 equals to 12. How do you get 12? Unless you associate Yod, right, with Gimel in this instance. But Yod and Gimel right? In order to get the, nope, hold on a second, that was 12. Just 1 second, I said it wrong. Okay, it was Yod Bet. So when you talk about Yod Bet, first of all, there is no 10. When you do get to 10, right, you use an association of two area spaces. What is the value of each area space? If it's one and all, mark one. If it's one and all, mark one. But when you mark one and all, what does one do? It splits an area space in half. When you split an area space in half with one, you create 5 and 5. And in between 5 and 5 is the 432 vibration within the cell. Whichever cell that holds it. Don't forget, I'm not a scientist. This is not a science thing. This is all about games. I want to welcome Awadik into the group 589. Okay, I'm going to take a look at that in 1 second. I want to welcome Z in the group. I want to welcome Zeus into the group. That's someone new. Nella Mia into the group. Welcome. I've just named 6 people. We're only 4. I'm going to take a look at 589 in a second. So I was speaking about this one here. This is also 0, 4 on the negative. And on the negative, this is 6. So it becomes 4 and 6. They're both 10s. Up or down that I go with this number, they're both 10s. Let me see, can I do that? Let me do that. 6 minus 1 is 5. So, and 2 minus, oh no, it's not. It's a 6. It's a 5 and a 1, 6. Okay. On the reduction, 6 minus 1 is 5. So it's AE. So the house is split. The 432 vibration goes here. I know it's purple. The 12 ball in pool is purple. You reduce this, right, over to the 4. You reduce this over the 4. The separation is 4. There are only 16 balls in the game of pool. The 16 balls, Sweet 16. You want me to tell you something about Sweet 16? It's this. That's the Sweet 16. We can also look at this. Which one do you choose? This one, which is going to be, which would you prefer? This one or this one? Now, I'm not a scholar in Hebrew, so I'm just going to tell you what they are. And when I get emotional, it's because I see another dimension within the possibilities. And I can't be wrong. I know I can't be wrong. It's impossible. I'll explain to you why. Because Yod is a Hebrew letter, it's the 10th letter. Vav is the 6th letter. Tet is the 9th letter. Zion is the 7th letter. 9 and 7 equals to 16, and 10 and 6 equals to 16. So what is GI to what is JF to what? Yes, to what? Yes, yes. So check. But now we got to do the G, right? So, oh, wait a second. This. Oh, right. There's the G. Okay. So here it is. GI and JF. 7 and 9 is the mother, but it's not 7 and 9. That's not the way it works. This is 79 according to the French. Please ask me why. Don't let me speak for nothing, but I'm going to say it anyways. In French, they will say 60 et, which one did I use? 79, which means 10, 9. When they say it, they do not associate et, which is also the ampersand, which is also 7. Where will this take me? What motivates me to continue on, to just keep finding with no end, telling story after story, hour after hour, writing and ripping out pages because you spill coffee on the pages. As you learn, becomes more and more, as it's already been apparent. I already know for myself. There's no denying it. You can't change my mind. I believe if there's a way out, it's to know that we're in something. And I know for a fact, for a rhythmic fact, that with the equations put together, each and every one of us will have the same results. We will say the same thing. The alphabet, a protractor, the periodic table, weights and measures, periods of time, the metric system, a set of dice, a deck of cards, know some equipment, a screwdriver, different terms in plumbing and electricity. Know that there are different countries and states and languages, that there are different classes and verbs and adverbs and conjunctions, periods and dots and dashes, exclamation points and question marks, that many times here in this part of America, that it is Q next to U, where U is what is 21 and Q is 17, stand on 17, blackjack on 21. What is the question? From the East I come and I speak to you. Silent in the night. Oh, that's pretty good. What did they have on there? Whoa, let me see that. Yeah, I'm just listening to this, right? I see that one all the time. All the time. I see them all the time. I have pictures of that. So I would have to look back to all these ancient. The numeric value for Egypt is 57772. 5772. No, 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 no. There's another seven in there. EGYPT. Yes. Egypt. 5 and 2 is 7. So what happens if I flip it around? I get 2, 7, 7, 7, 5, 7, 5, 5, 5, 7. This is an easy breakdown for it. 5 times 5 times 5 is 1.25. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15. And 125 equals to 140. At the end of this is going to connect the IT system, right? The basis of what is 5 and 5 is going to give me 25 and 10, 35. It's going to give me an 8. Then this one's going to give me an 8. Then the three of them together will give me the next extension of 125, and 125 is 8. So listen to it again, or I'll show you. 5 times 5 equals 25. 5 plus 5 equals 10 equals 35. So we have 35 to the right, 35 to the left. Now we have to multiply this, okay? 5 by 5 by 5 equals to 125 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals to a total of 140. Let me see if I got that right. Yeah, I have to do them both ways. Just give me a second. Okay, this one will be 14. This one will be 5. It'll be 8, 5, 8. Okay, when I do it completely, I reduce to this. When I do it only, when I bring together only the inside, right? 777, right? You take 777. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 2 is 7. And then what I did is 5, 10, 15 equals to 6, 7, 6, 7. In this one here, what I did is I multiplied. I should have did this one, but I didn't. I'll go back and do this one. Here I did 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals this. I did it here, then I took all three of them equals 1.25. 1.25 is 8 plus 15 equals to 23. It equals to 140. 23 is 2 and 3, 5. 1, 4 is 1 and 4, 5. So regardless which way I go with it. So I get 8, 5, 13, 8, 5, 13, 7 and 6, 13. It's 6 and 7 that plays between 5 and 8. In between what is Leo and Scorpio, we have what is Virgo and what is Libra. You know what it is about these two? It's that they're first and last of the zodiac sign. It's almost that 7 is a passageway, and 6 really doesn't have any life, but it needs a place to go. It needs that place to go. 6 needs that place to go, and that's where I believe the silver string is connected to in the spirit of 76, right? And then back we had the expo, right, and the pose. P is it pose for positive, because in 1967 or 69 they went to the moon. They had the expose in Montreal where everything was tetrahedrons. I didn't know of dodecahedrons, whatever it is. Platonic solids were there. I mean, you can't deny it. You got to go back in time and see what it is about 5775 is these cubes to start with. These cubes. Just let me get something to drink. How's everybody doing tonight? How you doing? How you doing, Care Bear? How you doing, Ash? How you doing, Zeus? How you doing, Obi, Arthur, Mia, Elamia? How's everybody doing? Just give me a second. I just need some water, and I don't like all the lights. It's taking away my. I don't feel it, you know. Ahuda, Ahuda. I didn't go nowhere. I come to you from beyond. The magic of the green screen. They let me in for the night. I'm going to continue. I'm going to get a drink. Should I move away from the screen? I appear and I disappear. I'm gonna scare the dogs. No way. I'll tell you one thing. When I go to sleep at night, I'm so happy to have the dogs next to me. How do I turn the light on in here? Hold on a second. Oh yeah, okay. Do I need that? Let me see it. Let me see. How's the light now? Is it a little bit better? Am I still looking dark? Do I look better? Like if I took this screen off here? Hold on a second. So, does everybody know where I live? Right? Does anybody know where I live? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm gonna let everybody inside. Let's see what's happening. So, hold on a second. Yeah, so there it is, right? So you can see here, right? Same thing. And Just let me take this off. So this is a painting I did, but I got it digitalized by ChatGPT. So this one represents, did you see this? The G and the E and the G, the inward and outward spirals. Instead of showing you below like a slinky, I take the slinky and I jump it over the top, and one shows you the up, the other shows you the down. They took these down, they took the tower down. I need a glass of water. Okay, that is. Oh, I got a funny toe. I got a funny toe. So what this is these were the twin towers in cartoon like the brain, 110 each, a 220 plug of power. George Washington Bridge, the Lincoln Tunnel, the Hudson Bay, the Hudson, the plugging up the L1 and L2 up north, the ninth letter and the fourth letter, right? 4 is a cardinal sign to a mutable sign, but this one's going to interchange. 4 plays in 3 houses. Because 9 is everything in order to create, that when you create, it's 1 and 8 equals to 9. It's 2 and 7 equals to 9. It's 3 and 6 equals to 9. It's 4 and 5 equals to 9. It's 9 and 18 and 27 and 36 and 45. And this is all your ninth house. Even when you're going to include the numbers as 79 and what is 99, they're not the same as all the other nines. They are in different categories according to those who use the language, the alphabet. I'm going to say the Spanish, the French, and the English. Now there's different terms, there's different English. Now I'm only using one side. The words I speak are not final, they're not finite. The only thing that is finite is what we 100% agree on. I see a dot. You see a dot? I see 6 dots. You see 6 dots? I see 3 dots. Do you see 3 dots? Tell me if I see something different than you. Here's 2 dots. Here's 4 dots. Here's 6 dots. Here's 5 dots. Take a look at this corner. 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, look at that. D is in each one, right? And when it's in the 6, right? When it's in the 6, it's D4, it's D5, and it's D6. And in the 5, it's got the center position. So it becomes 4 times 1.25 equals to what is 5. With the 6th position, I'm just going to see how I can reduce the 6 into the 5. Just want to see what I'm going to do. No, it's not that. It's 4 times 1.5 equals to 6. Yes, that's what I have to do. 1.25 to get there, and then it's 1.50. 4 dots, 5 dots, but this is the center dot, not the same. These 4 value, when it goes into here, this one becomes 1.25 times 4 to really it shouldn't even be. Do you know what I'm saying? We're counting it at 5 and it really shouldn't be because it's the heart at all. But in reality, when you look at 9, it's all individuality in reality. It's just this one is the center of everything. Has anybody ever seen some of the Aztec work? I call it the Aztec man. Well, show me some Mayan like stick art, like really straight art. No, you know what? I've seen it myself. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm trying to flip the camera over. It's not letting me. It's not letting me move the camera. I don't know why. Hold on a second. Hold on. Maybe I have to. Okay. Okay. So now, oh yes. Okay. So okay. So if I take this over here, right, and I want to do 2, 4, 6, 8. Wow, I have no light. I have no light. I have no light. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Hold on. So I want to go like this. See, we can do that, right? We can do that. And then if I want, right, I can turn this. Here's 2, here's 3, here's 7, here's 8. This is 5, this is 15. So I can create this design and come up with an equation, but right now I'm not doing it. Okay, so we got this one over here. Wow, I forgot where I was going with this. Just give me a second. I was building. Yes. Okay, so here it is. Here's how it works. 2, 4, right? 2 goes to 4. 2 goes to 6, right? 4 goes to 8. 6 goes to 8. Did you follow? Now, 1, 3, right? 1 goes through 5 over to 9. 3 goes over to here. 7 goes over to here. My question is, these 3 are all fire signs, right? Here is what's going to connect that. When you connect 2, 4, 6, 8, you get 20T, which is what is G7. When you connect the inside of the corners, it becomes what is 20 and 5 equaling to 25. And when you connect it, it looks like that. You ever see that before where there's like a, over here, hold on a second, you're just going to cross this over here. And it's like, you know, you've been put up on the, you know, like you're put up on a cross. You know what I'm saying? And also with these connections, we can also run this connection here and this connection here, but they're never going to happen at the same time. They're never going to happen at the same time. According to the cube, this over here, it shows me that, whoops, sorry about that. It shows me I have the left side and the right side. This is the in-between, okay? When we go up by threes. 1 plus 3 equals to 4, plus 3 equals to 7. This is where we have Libra, right? And then we get plus 3 equals to 10, and this is Capricorn. So what is it about Gemini? Right? What is it about Gemini? Because we're moving by threes, right? But when we move the earth, fire, earth, whoa, what's that? Water. And I'm thinking like this, airwaves. You know what I'm saying? We got airwaves. We have avenues. What we have is look at that, right? And over here, I'm not sure if I want to do this. I could do it. Let me see. Usually it says do this and then you do that. Can I, what size do I have to do in order to break this here and break this here, right? Now, I don't really want to look at the W this way. I was looking at the V and what I can take off of the V. Is there going to be a bridge here? I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to create out of this. I don't know. And I don't know if there should have been any separation in this, like right over here. I don't know if we can create a plateau over here. The airwaves that are going between, I do know that the separation between the letter M and the letter N are both what is one, right? And one. Gematria, where it's, whoop, I don't like that. So we're going to go A, AM, and then we're going to go like that. I'm just going to do this, the Z. All these are number one. A, M, N, and Z, they're all number one. The A house is valued at 4. But the true value of this one is 1 and 13 and 14 and 26 equals to 53 equals to 54. So if I was to make a grid with the alphabet, I can make a grid right now, and we can have a new way to look at our words instead of the old gematria that's out on the market, right? Because I don't know it, I shouldn't say it because it probably already exists. So this was in the A house. We'll give it a 54, right? In the B house, right? In the B house, you're going to get B, you're going to get L, you are going to get O, and you're going to get Y. Look at that. Look at that, eh? Looks like rent. That's look like be loyal, be loyal, be loyal, be loyal. So this over here is going to give me 4 by 2, 8. And this one over here gave me 4 for the house. But the actual value in this alphabet is 12 and 15 and 25. But you know what's ironic is that the reverse alphabet, these are all the reverse alphabet. And this is the reverse alphabet. The B reverses to Y, the L reverses to O. In the house of Mars, it pairs up for the cube. This cube here, know it is a Platonic solid. Know the Platonic solid, right, as the hexahedron. But also note there's a tetrahedron. The tetrahedron has 3 sides around when one side is down. There are 4 moves equaling to 12. 1, 2, 3, flip. 1, 2, 3, flip. 1, 2, 3, flip. 1, 2, 3, flip. 4 by 3 is 12. 4 on the bottom to 4 on each side, right? Is that what it is? So after that, what we're going to get here, okay, is going to be 54. And then every single one, okay, is going to be 54. If we go down to 9, right, this was not a good pen. When we go down to I and R, this is going to be 5 and 5, right? But guess what? We have someone that joined the family. The E is going to join the family. The R is now number 5. What's the one missing here? EI, hold on a second, STUV. Yes, V, like in river. Oh, look at that. You got the word river right over here. You got the word river, RIVER, river. So this is going to be 20, right? So this one is going to be a total of 20. So let me see. So we had what is going to be, let me do this box over here. So A was 4, B is 8, C is 12, D is 16, E is 20, 24, 28 in Uranus. 28 in Uranus, 3 times around the cube reverse equals to 84. Uranus just finished off the 28 to what times 3 cycle. You know, like I said before in baseball, I didn't finish this. It's 4 balls, and then you get first, and then you get 4 balls, okay, and then you get second, and then you get 4 balls, and then you get third, and then you get, so that's 12. Okay, that's 12 balls and the bases are loaded. Okay, and the next 4 balls is going to complete the 16, and you have an RBI and you have a RS, a run scored. This is the heart connecting the equator. The R and B is what is the birth within the house along the equator to the house that's split, the right side and the left side. Where does what where does all this come from? I'm going to explain it to you. You remember I spoke before about purple? Well, the 4 ball and the 12 ball, they are purple. It took the 16 to bring everything home. It was always bothering me. But there's another thing about number 16. I forget what it was. I think it's I think it's 4 over to 19. Just give me a second. 4 over to 19. Okay. 5 over to 20, and then 6 over to 21. I think that's what it might be. Now, this is going to be the E, the F, and the D. Like the feds, the 4, 5, 6. This is what's going to run Saturn square. Now, what this is, should I have done it this way or should I have done it backwards? Just give me a second. Yeah, okay, that's good. I can do it both ways. What I mean is I can stand on 19, but just to let you know is this is part of the equator. What it is that when you get to the equator on 18, right, you have to go into the 19th area no matter what, right? The 19th area, you overlap. The 19th goes here, the 18th goes here, the 18th goes here, it becomes 19, 19. You overlap for the hook, the S hook to join the two together. So this is my Mayan man. So what this is, it was 20 and 25 and the association of the letter T and Y. 45 is also the association of the complete E world. When you add up 1 through 9, it equals to 45. When you divide it, it averages to E. When you crisscross over and through 5, it becomes what is 5, 10, 15, 20, because you're going to cross over once. You're going to cross over twice, 3 times, and 4 times. That's it. You only cross over it 4 times, creating what is T. And T is your next gate. G and T are the 2 gates. You see, you can't find, it's hard to, so let me turn this around. I need another drink. It's hard to find some of the information because it's so contorted inside inside the equation. I mean, inside the simpleness of the equation. Right? So I'm going to turn on another light because this is definitely not enough light. Just give me a minute. Mm. Yeah, just give me just 1 minute. I am like I am like I am Jam. Jam, I'm being a good boy, being a very good boy today. I'm not pigging out. Whoop, that was a lot. Whoa, I think I just took a little too much, but I have to find a wooden spoon. Oh, just perfect. The wooden spoon. Thank God there's kids around. Mm. How's everybody doing? Are we only three? We can't be only three. It says we're only one, two. I think I'm going to end it, and maybe I'm going to join somebody else's live. Um, whatever I might put out tonight is irrelevant. I'm going to continue on and just add it to my next edition. Perhaps I'll come back in an hour, but I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to show up somewhere before midnight. That's for sure. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to Steph, Michelle, Prince, Jimmy, Zeus, Lord, Anime, Cynthia. Are you still here, Cynthia? No, it shows nobody. Friends? No, that just shows nobody. Wow, I don't know why. Anyways, irrelevant. I got to take a break. Take a little bite to eat. Cheerio.